So I've been fortunate to spend a few days with this brand new 2020 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ. I wanted to take some time and go through some of my favorite things about this truck. Some of these things are important, some are just things that I thought were cooler than the rest of the features, and this truck is packed with a lot of features. So let's just get straight to my favorite things. So first off, my favorite thing about this Chevy Silverado is that it came equipped with the optional 3.0 liter turbocharged diesel Duramax engine. Now this thing puts out a respectable 277 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. The best part is this thing pulls the Silverado's over 5,500 pound weight across the road while achieving 30 miles per gallon. The engine's, power delivery is smooth. I have nothing but positive things to say about it. The engine is connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and just that combo on the road, I've just been really happy with this thing. I have no complaints. Yeah, let me give you a closer look of it. So my next favorite thing might be a product of just my love of performance vehicles. I really enjoy drive mode selectors, whether it's a dial on a Ferrari steering wheel, the M button on like an M3, or just a simple toggle switch. I really like when you flip a switch and you can change how a vehicle behaves. You can actually feel the difference. Sometimes it can be in the suspension, sometimes it's throttle response, sometimes it's even simple things like changing a mode can change the exhaust note and make it louder. Sometimes it's noticeable and sometimes it's not, but in the case of the Chevy Silverado, you get this little drive mode dial right here to the left of the steering wheel. To the left of the dial is the towing mode, but to the right, when you turn the dial to the right, you switch between normal, sport, and off-road, and just going to the right is the way you select that. So normal is the default setting. There's nothing really to note there other than it's just how the car starts up. Sport mode makes the transmission shift a lot smoother. It keeps the driver in the peak power band. It also reduces power steering a little, so it's a little harder to turn the wheel around corners, things like that. The off-road mode, in GM's words, is where precision and control are most enhanced. Now, from driving it, all that means to me, in my opinion, is everything was just a little more responsive to your inputs on the throttle and steering. So it's kind of like the most aggressive mode. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that hitting this dial is going to drastically change how the car or how the truck feels to you, but I was able to, tell when I changed it to sport mode, the progression of my right foot, what it was doing to the engine, and just a little bit harder to turn. And off-road was just, an exponentiated adjustment from that as well. So I just, I'm a big fan of drive modes, and this thing comes with one, so I really liked it. So next thing I really liked about this truck was another option. This truck came equipped with what I would call the Raptor Hunting Z71 off-road package. It's a real bargain of a package. It's available for $1,605 if you check the right box. So what the package includes is twin tube shocks, which, looking underneath, it's some Ranger shocks, some skid plates, there's a hill descent control button. It apparently comes with a more heavy-duty air filter in the air intake box, an AutoTrack 2-speed transfer case, a bunch of Z71 badging, as you can see right here. There's a big badge. It comes with some dual exhaust tips, which I'll show you in a sec. You can see the dual exhaust tips it comes with in the back. Some all-terrain tires. There you go. There's some Z71 floor liners. Got them all dirty, but I guess that's the point. And then there is a Chevy spray-on bed liner. So you got that Chevy symbol there, obviously, from just a nice little Chevrolet on the back. Now, I just think this is a real great bargain of a package, because there's plenty of performance packages on vehicles, trucks, whatever, but you get pretty much wheels in one little option, and this thing comes with almost 10 options by checking a little box for $1,600. Get a $5 lunch to add to that. But I just like the package a lot. So my next big like of this Silverado is a small one, and it doesn't make the Silverado any more or less special than a lot of full-size trucks out there, but this thing has tons of interior room. I took my team to lunch, and they were basically fighting over who could sit in the back seat instead of calling shotgun like normal. And I take that as a big positive, that if you're lugging around some friends and they want to sit in the back versus maybe they just don't want to sit next to me, but I'm gonna go with the thought that they just want to be the most comfortable. And it seemed like they were telling me when we go to lunch and they run back to the car, they want to sit in the back versus the front. And to me, that's just a call out that there's a lot of room in this thing. Now, like I said, there's a lot of room in a lot of trucks, but on Silverado, you'll be happy with the room as well. So I just mentioned the roomy interior, and I know the interior itself honestly isn't something to write home about. It's a love-hate thing. You gotta be pretty much Chevy guy to admire your Chevy interior. But one thing that the interior does have that I was really a fan of is the infotainment system has the ability to see the exterior of the truck 15 different ways. So let's check out some of those ways. So you go in the infotainment system, you see camera. So right now we're looking in the front of the car, and that's the rear of the car. And then it's kind of a weird drone view. It uses a bunch of cameras to give you this view. And then some weird, now obviously there's no drone, but just the way the cameras work, it compiles this image for you. But it's pretty much an above view of the truck. This is odd because obviously I'm in a Chevy Silverado and this is a GMC truck. Now, you may know obviously that General Motors owns Chevrolet and GMC, obviously General Motor Company, but it's just kind of odd seeing a GMC truck when you're in your Chevy. But let's check out some more of the camera views. So you have your wheels, the rear wheels. I'm not sure what that spot is for, but these are optional additional cameras. This one, I guess, wasn't equipped. Trailer camera. Now this is the bed camera. This is going to be the hitch camera if you want to sync it up. But there's just other optional camera spots as well. I think you'll be real happy just being able to see everywhere. And I should also note that you can access this while driving, but there's a little timer circle that comes up and pretty much limits the amount of time you can look at it. That way you're not staring at, instead of looking out the front of your glass or front windshield, if you're looking over here, that's not exactly safe. But luckily, there's some sort of programming to limit your looking at this on the road. But I just like all these views. So I hope you liked this quick video showcasing my top 5 favorite things about the 2020 Chevy Silverado 1500, specifically this diesel-equipped Z71 off-road equipped LTZ. So do you like some other features of this Silverado that you would have wished that I featured but you're just a big fan of? I would love to hear about them in the comments, and thanks for watching.